Hello there, internets. This is Aunt Gladys, and today I'm going to be playing Duke Nukem 2 off the 3D Realms Anthology what my son Pete bought me after he felt so bad about upsetting me so much last time he was here. Anyway, this used to be my favorite game. Pete had it when he was a kid on our old computer, and he didn't like it too much, but I used to play it when he went to school because it had the sexiest man in video gaming in it, Mr. Duke Nukem. And in this game, the 3D Realms version, they gave him a brand new pair of sunglasses, which I got to say just makes him look even sexier, making me feel all warm and tingly down in my fiddly bits. Well, anyway, you start off, you're in this prison, you got to shoot your way out, because you're in one of these new prisons, these new prisons we want to be easy on the criminals and rehabilitate them. So when you get into prison, they give you an assault rifle as soon as you get in, and you can just blast your way out of it. Because we're all about rehabilitating the offenders now and empowering them so they can get better jobs and all that sort of good stuff. Well, anyway, you just go, when you walk around, you jump around, you shoot stuff, you try to look for keys to deactivate force fields, you jump around some more, you shoot some more stuff in, and then you beat the game after you jumped around enough and shot enough stuff. What more can you ask of from a video game? Anyway, okay, come on up here, dude. Shoot that alien arm off. Now shoot that bomb before it goes off. There you go. Alright. Shoot everything, dude. Just shoot everything. Just mow it down with your machine gun. And then you fall down a pit and you got to go back in a circle again, and you get slime dripping on you. Alright, come on, dude. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Jump up that ladder. Don't come on, Duke. You disappoint me now. You get me all horny and then you stop being a disappointment. Kinda like my husband, Clifford. Well, anyway, speaking of my husband, last night my husband, Raul, is his name, he takes me out to our anniversary dinner. And it may or may not actually be our anniversary, because as I said in a previous video, he forgets when our anniversary is, and he's too ashamed to ask me, so every now and again he just takes me out to a nice dinner and buys me something really nice, because he thinks eventually he'll just get it right, and I just sort of go along with it, because like I said, he always takes me out to dinner and he buys me something nice. And anyway, I've been going along with it for so many years that I've done forgot too, so at this point what does it matter? Well, anyway, last night he says, "Come on, Gladys, we going out somewhere you gonna like. It's a surprise." And I said, okay, so we pile in the car and we head up into town. And it was a surprise, alright, internets, because he pulled into the FAZOLI'S restaurant. Let me repeat that. For those of you who are hard of hearing, it's our anniversary, or maybe it's our anniversary. And he takes me to the FAZOLI'S restaurant for our anniversary. Needless to say, I was not amused. But anyway, we go in the FAZOLI'S, and the only good thing about the FAZOLI'S is they got them unlimited breadsticks, so you can just eat all the breadsticks you want till they come out your nose. And so I'm eating breadsticks, we order the food, I get the lasagna, he gets the spaghetti. And then while we're waiting, he gives me my present. And it was a card, and it was a nice card, I'll give him that. It was very thoughtful, he wrote a very thoughtful little note inside. But the present itself upset me quite a bit. He got me a gift card to the Red Lobsters. Now normally that would be fine, I'd be fine with the gift card. Except it's to the Red Lobsters, and anybody who knows me knows that I do not eat seafood, not after what happened in Florida. Anyway, we're sitting there, I'm eating on the breadsticks, we're waiting on the food to get there. And he knows something's wrong, so he starts giving me that look like I know something's wrong, so you better tell me. And I say, "Clifford, what in the great Cthulhu is wrong with you?" See, first off, you take me to the FAZOLI'S restaurant for our anniversary. And he cuts me off, he says, "But I thought you liked Italian food." And I say, "I do, I love Italian food. I love Italian food, but this is FAZOLI'S. This is like the McDonald's of the Italian food. I can microwave better lasagna than you get here." And then, to add on to that, you get me a gift card to the Red Lobsters. And you, of all people, should know that I do not eat, at the Red Lobsters, I do not eat seafood. And he said, well, they got chicken too. And I say, their chicken is overpriced. And he goes, well, excuse me for trying to do something different. He was getting mad now, and he was yelling at me, and the whole restaurant is just looking at us. I was embarrassed as all get out, and I didn't know what to do. So I punched him right dead in the face. And he knocked his head back for a little bit. He regained his balance, and he just stares at me. Just gives me the death glare, and I just give him the death glare right back. Then he says, you ungrateful old hag. And I said, you hairy old fat bastard. And then we stood there for a good minute looking into each other's eyes. Then I felt it. Like that, we was 18 years old again. I looked into his eyes, he looked into my eyes, and my loins started a quivering and a aching. Then we both said, right at the same time, I love you. And then, I tell you the honest truth, they was clothes flying all over that FAZOLI'S restaurant. People was screaming, some of them was watching. We didn't care. We were on top of that table rooting and rutting on that FAZOLI'S table, squealing and squawking like a couple of pigs in the mud. I said, keep them unlimited breadsticks coming, I yelled. Because keep this in mind, always keep this in mind, that breadsticks have a variety of uses when you're in the bedroom. Anyway, we're making love just right there on that FAZOLI'S restaurant table, and y'all probably saw it on the YouTubes by now. I think Brian's already got it posted. But anyway, for just such an occasion for emergencies, I always carry around the Ripper in my purse. Then I whipped it out, and about that time is when the cops showed up. And they thought it was a concealed deadly weapon, and before I could do anything, they shot me with one of them electrical shocky thingies that shoots out the little cables, you know, that so you can shock people with so they don't shoot you. You know what they's called. Well, anyway, make a long story short, my daughter had to come bail us out of jail, and we can never go back to that FAZOLI'S restaurant again, except on Wednesdays. Well, anyway, that's enough for tonight, internets. This is Aunt Gladys. I hope you have a good night tonight. Sincerely hope you find true love, because there is nothing in this world like it. Good night, everybody.